It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: Nigeria more divided than ever, not yet a nation. Shettima. Alhaji Yerima Shettima is the president Arewa Youth Consultative Forum (AYCF), and in his interview with Temidayo Akinsui, he speaks on Nigeria's 61st independence anniversary and other national issues, especially the controversy over zoning for the 2023 presidential election and also the value-added tax. And here is the excerpt. It was asked, Nigeria marks 61st year's anniversary as an independent nation last Friday, October 1st. How will you describe the journey so far? He responded, let me say so far so good. The only thing to be grateful for is the fact that we are still together as a country. Even though we are still not yet a nation, one would have expected that at this time, Nigeria would have been a nation while everybody is talking about Nigeria. But today, we are more divided even though we are one country. This is a very sad aspect of our independence. Don't also forget the fact that the founding fathers did very well in fighting for Nigeria's independence as a sovereign nation. However, that cannot be said about leaders who came after them. Rather than making progress, they are retrogressing, destroying what was built as an institution. Today, institutions no longer work in the country. Rather, what we have are individuals who are stronger than institutions. That is the situation we are in today. However, I am very optimistic that our generations will definitely overcome its challenges. Nigeria will return to its glorious days, and I have no doubt in my mind that very soon there shall be light at the end of the tunnel. It was asked again that do you think the founding fathers of Nigeria who fought for our independence from colonialists are happy with the present state of the nation? And he responded, I don't even need to think about this. I know they are unhappy. Wherever they are in the graves, I am sure they are really sad and angry because this is not the Nigeria of our dream. Definitely this is not the Nigeria they labored for and fought the colonialists to gain independence as a sovereign nation. However, I believe that all hopes are not dashed. I am very optimistic that things will change for the better and Nigeria will get to the promised land. The military handed to a democratically elected government in 1999. It was then asked, do you think the civilian government has done better than the military in terms of provision of social amenities, infrastructures, and so on? And he replied that in all honesty, I think the military has done well. Even though I am a Democrat, I don't share the sentiment that military rule is better than democratic government. My view is that no matter how bad democracy is, it is better than military government. However, in all honesty, I think the military performed well than the current democratic government, even though I don't believe in military rule, and I contributed my power to get them, my quota to get them out of power. I believe that things will turn around for good in 2023. It was also asked that the southern governors recently said that the next president of Nigeria should actually come from the south and that no party should present a northern candidate, and that what was the take on that? And he actually responded that it is their personal opinion and nobody can stop them from expressing their views, that we are also saying that any political party that zone any presidency to anywhere on its own, definitely we will not key into any zonal arrangement or partnership. They can also be rest assured that we have also taken our position on 2023 presidency and no governor can intimidate anybody. No individual or group can intimidate anybody to say that power should shift to any region. We are insisting on merit and competency, and we are going to use our strength as well as our manpower in the northern part of the country to ensure that there is nothing like zoning in 2023. No zonal arrangements will work. We will make sure we protect our interests and bring about the best thing that will happen to this country. Nobody can force anybody to implement zoning. It is unfortunate that you have a lawyer who is supposed to be a learned person who is the governor, and the language he is using is very disappointing. I am talking about the governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu. He cannot tell anybody that it is a must that the zone. We are practicing democracy and nobody can impose his wish on others. He was therefore asked again that what is his perspective on the controversy surrounding the collection of value-added tax. And he replied, I am an advocate of restructuring. That is part of what we are talking about on the issue of resource control. I am one of those who strongly believe that the center must be decentralized. We have to reduce the power at the center and let the states have some powers. This will make our lazy governors who are thinking thinking of going to Abuja to collect allocations think and look inward and harness the resources in their states. Therefore, for me, I take it back as a challenge. Let everybody go back to their states and be productive instead of relying all the time on federal allocation. Every state in Nigeria have something to offer. Let us harness the mineral resources in our respective domain and pay a percentage to the center. That is the way a truly federated nation should be. It was also asked that given the myriads of crises in the country today, does he think that President Muhammadu Buhari should consider the report of the 2014 National Conference? And the reply of Yerima Shettima was that the way the country is so divided and there is tension everywhere, which is not the case with our country before, I think we should look at the report of the conference to see how we can unite the country. We are too divided as a people. If the report of the conference will help in solving our problem, then let us consider it. Even though we have had several conferences in this country before, where people come with different agendas and present it as a national issue. So, I have no problem with the implementation of the report of that conference, as much as it will unite the country and address other challenges facing the nation. President Muhammadu Buhari sacked 2 ministers from his cabinet, but some Nigerians believe more ministers should go and fresh blood injected before the end of this tenure. What is your take on that? And Yerima replied that I concur with those saying more ministers in the current government should be sacked, because you cannot have ministers who are dead woods and you expect them to give you good results, even though the few of them are performing, but 90% of them are just waste, who are adding no value to the government. To that extent, reshuffling the entire cabinet will not be a bad idea. The president still has over a year to complete his tenure, even though I don't expect him to perform any miracle from now to the end of his tenure, but I believe that he can put up something good on ground for his successor to work with. There is nothing in removing the non-performing ministers and injecting fresh blood. And he was asked quite finally that does he think that President Muhammadu Buhari should be interested in who succeeds him? And his reply was that it is human for him to do so. He should be interested in someone who believes what he's doing, and that somebody who wants to continue with his legacy and even do better than him, saying that a good father will always pray to have children who will do better than him and surpass his achievements. Therefore, it won't be a bad idea if the president is actually interested in knowing who will take over from him when his tenure ends, so as to continue from where he stops. Just like somebody has once said, that one of the problems that Nigeria is facing is the continuity in governance. When a new governance comes into place, they refuse to continue from where the past governments had actually stopped for. Thanks for listening. That is the news.